Hi, my name's Adrian James from Nice Times Close. You're watching Live Prog.
And nothing changes here. Nothing changes here. It's here I've been before, staring at the bottom. I'm floating upside down, going back through time. It's easier to forget.
Okay, well, we are here with 1426. Well, in a living room
Yes, that's absolutely true.
where you just had, well, something for me unique, a concert streamed online. Well, let's start with that. Who came up with the idea to do that?
Was that me?
That was you. As
Yeah,
always.
probably.
Alright, that was my idea then. Yep. Yeah, I think...
Elaborate.
elaborate.
You lazy fuck.
No, I think the idea of streaming stuff to the outside world, we did it before.
Yeah.
So when we started recording the new album, which is already a year ago, we had the idea of giving people some insight in what we're doing, and of course nowadays internet is just the easiest and best way to do that.
Yeah.
And when songs started taking shape and the new stuff was getting there, we were like, yeah, we should just use it more often. And
Yeah,
do
we
some-
had the
do
idea
some
for a
awesome
long
stuff.
time actually,
Yeah.
just to do live shows with Livestream, and but it's something we never got around to because we were still finishing the album. And now I don't know why did you pick this day? What was that about?
That
Why
was
now?
a strategic measure.
Strategic.
I just picked a date so that it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So basically it was I said like, okay, this is the date and we'll just work it out as we come closer to the date. And we do a little bit of promotion on a website called Progsphere. And they also like the idea a lot of promoting the event. So then it's sort of tied together, and yeah, it was a good idea. But we already streamed a lot, like the recording process, and when we were singing vocal tracks, and
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
but we I think one reason is that we like to give people a direct look in what we do, and also it's pretty hard to get like rock shows in a club or a venue these days for any starting band. So for us it also makes sense to just create our own stage, so to say. And we noticed that we have fans that are on the internet and from all countries, and Holland is only a part of people that like our music. So with live stream or a video stream, you can reach basically anybody, and not just 20 people in the local pub. So
Yeah.
it's a convenient way of doing it, and for us it makes maybe just a bit more sense than a regular show, maybe in terms of reaching people.
Okay, yeah, well, that's a very good point, to reach well, an international audience this way. Now, for me, you guys were a new band, and I was very surprised. Well, close to my hometown. Well, we're not in Eindhoven, but you stated that you're from Eindhoven, so I was very interested. Now, when did the band started?
I started the band in 2006, and then it was not really a band, it was a solo project. I played drums in bands and did that for a number of years. And then with my last band, well, usually it goes the same. You start out with lots of ideas, and then after 5 years the band breaks up because people disagree, and at that point I was like, okay, now I'm gonna just make music on my own and not with 5 people and just see what happens. And,
Look where you
That's fine. Like 5 of us here.
yeah, and then
So we
A
got
long-
like, how long is that? we got like 3 years left, right?
yeah,
According to that little scheme, yeah.
yeah.
So
So
just now I know. That's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Knowing is half the battle. and all that.
we don't have so much disagreements than in my other bands.
Is
So
that right?
No.
that's positive.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Alright.
Yeah,
Alright.
we're doing pretty
Are
good.
you that? Oh.
But I think, yeah, it was only until 2008 that I think you released something, which was
Yeah.
already when I sort of joined, actually helped Chris finishing some stuff. Like, he needed some guitars and bass lines and some just cool stuff, audio processing, a bit of a mix, which turned out to be really a bit of a mix. And then I think it was late 2008 that we tried to gather some stuff. The 4 of us, without Tom, it was back then. I think we did 1 show,
Yeah,
and that was like,
And that's why you
the-
needed this for the
yeah, to do
live.
the show.
yeah.
That's
Basically,
initially-
it started as a solo project, and then I just tried to find guys that I knew, and said like, "Hey, do you want to play these songs? Because we can do some live shows." But yeah, it was just me. So, and then Jeroen and Martijn and Jelle, just we rehearsed the songs and figured it out, and then. In the beginning, I remember it felt very strange because I always had the feeling like I'm asking these guys a favor, asking them to play my songs, and I really had the idea that they didn't like it. So, because the songs were not so good and interesting, and they couldn't put anything of their own in it because songs were already finished. So I always thought, well, that must be very boring for them. But then with the second album, it got more free and creative, and then everybody started contributing more and more, and now with the new CD we decided, okay, we're just gonna write it as a band, not just me, and yeah, that went pretty well. So
yeah, I think it went really well.
Everybody doesn't just did their own instrument, but also we all composed everything
Yeah.
together. So
yeah, you played a lot of keyboard
also
melodies.
Yeah.
did lots of vocals and
I programmed lots
Yeah.
of drums. Yeah.
he programmed a lot of drums. So we're not just basically doing our own instruments at that point, but just
Summer snow. You second guess the 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 summer snow. You second guess the
Yeah, usually bands are like, oh, he's the drummer and
Yeah.
and this is
Yeah.
the bass player, and then they get into a rehearsal room, write songs and record it. And with us it's more like we have the creative process and everybody joins,
yeah.
and if the drummer stands up and says, hey, I got this great vocal idea, then he just sings it and we record it, and then later maybe replace it. But that's the really fun part of
Yeah, it's
how we
also-
work nowadays.
It's a difference, of course, in working in a sort of studio environment. I mean, what we created, of course, we could just go behind instruments and jam, but because it wasn't in a rehearsal room, you know, where everyone just brings their own amplifier and a bunch of effects and this guitar and that's it. So we just had also the technical freedom to just go there and jump behind
Mhm.
the drums and have someone else play the keys, because we had like a weekend or 2 of just going crazy together in a studio setting. So yeah, that was cool, where you could also record everything at that moment in high quality instead of how a lot of bands do it, that they just write songs and then when they are able to play them, then they go into a studio and record them, because studios normally just cost a lot of money
That's true.
per hour.
For us,
So
it's-
that's why it happens, of course. But with our like minimal sort of technical, but still really well sounding setup, I think.
For us,
gives
it's
us
completely
freedom.
the other way around. When we finished the album a couple of months ago, then we needed to start rehearsing the songs. Then we actually needed to learn how to play them live as a band.
Which is
And
tricky.
how
also.
we are going to do it like.
Yeah, and how? Like, how are we gonna do
the
those 25 keyboards and yeah,
Yeah.
6 drum parts.
yeah. But you have 6 arms,
Yeah,
so
that's right.
that's good.
I have 6 arms.
Okay. Very handy. Okay. Well, the name of the band kind of intrigues me. Where does it come from?
Yeah, tell
Or
us.
why is it 1426?
We didn't hear that question before.
Most
I know.
original.
Sorry.
Well, the name is there because then we get this question.
That's a good one.
I chose the name because I wanted something that was not like really recognizable word or that you immediately have a picture of like like Coldplay or
Yeah.
I don't know the Bananas. That's then you have a picture in your
That's a
head.
very, very accurate comparison.
It's yellow.
The bananas. And I'm wondering,
Yeah,
why not?
but
Bananas.
like 1426, then you think, oh, that's interesting. Like numbers, that's so uncool actually. Like just numbers
Mhm.
and
Yeah, people actually, no one seems to remember 1426. It's all
yeah.
like 24/7.
24/7 is
or
the-
1462.
1462.
1935, 1984.
Yeah.
Around my friends and witness the big calm down. I've seen your face.
Yeah, that's the downside. The name,
It
Yeah,
sticks.
that-
It sticks, but it doesn't. It's like, what was that band again?
it's very it's difficult for people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I started it. I was in bands and it was always just drums, bass, guitar, and like rock or metal, and it was always the same. And when I started the solo project, I wanted it to be really different and strange. So I used drum computers, and well, at least for me, that was strange things.
Yeah.
And that's also why I chose the band name to be like really different. That you knew, okay, this is not your normal indie rock band or whatever.
When you look back at that period, do you still think that that was strange music?
I wanted it to be more strange, but I never succeeded.
Really?
Yeah, and with Light Down Closure also, when I started writing with Jelle, we wanted this really like strange drum sounds and strange synths, and that again turned into a really rock band sounding album. And I still, for the next album, I want to really make something strange that totally not sounds like a band. That would be my the first time that it really lives up to the name 1426. Up till now, I really have the feeling that at least I was still trying to get that unique, strange thing going.
I have no idea what you're talking about now.
Yeah, but that's also what you get when you involve other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since we involved Jeroen, it's like
Downhill.
better and better. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the only one that gets compliments, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently.
Just saying.
Now, I think the main reason why I'm here right now is the fact that you played at Lakei Helmond. You opened for Antimatter, or played with. I'm not sure what the exact name is, but how did you got to play with them, or at that venue at that time?
I just asked.
That's
It can be
guys.
so easy.
Yeah.
No, you should tell him Mick
Yeah,
Moss. Mick
Mick
Moss. It
Moss.
started all. It all
But
started with Mick
Were you
Moss.
familiar with antimatter before?
I think
I was,
Chris
but
was.
the rest of
Okay.
the guys, I don't think so.
No, never heard of him before.
No, well, we were all from really different genres, so it was. Yeah, I think it was your idea, and I had heard of them, but not very well. And Mick Moss, well, Chris just asked him, I guess. You emailed him with the question, could you sing on our new album? Because, well, we have some songs and we'd like you to contribute. And, well, as a matter of fact, he just
Yeah, I just
replied
said
that
yes.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. So, yeah,
That's
it's
easy.
Yeah, it's as easy as
Yeah.
that. So he went into studio in England.
But you sent him like 3 different songs to choose.
Yeah.
He chose a song.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we had a very
Yeah.
strong idea that he should sing on. We had this ballad on the album. Let's call it like a ballad, and we were sure that was a song that he should sing on, but he chose a different song, and in the end, that turned out, yeah.
Say it again.
Epic.
The best
Yeah, it's I think one of the best
vocal parts.
vocals on the album, and it just made the whole song, I guess, for us.
Yeah.
It was already a nice song, but just fits very well.
Oh, this keeps on coming, and before it's all over, oh, I must come to terms, but I'm caught up in the
And then we just started talking, and then when I found out that he was playing in Holland, I just emailed him like, hey, can we open for you guys? And then yeah.
He said yes.
Yeah.
Again, okay. Oh.
Yep. He's very short with his answers. He's always like, yeah, that's all right. Or well, we sent him some recordings like what we wanted to do, because it was an acoustic show, so he didn't want everything to be really loud. And then we recorded some stuff and sent it to him. And then he doesn't say it's okay. He says it's not a problem. It's like so you always have
Double
to get,
negative. What are you?
Yeah, you always have to guess if he's really excited about it or not.
But it was a great show, and it was a great evening, and we all had a lot of fun, right? I mean, I was really interested in meeting them, and
Mick has a great voice, and he's a very cool guy. And for me, it was special because he actually grew up with the guys from Anathema. He actually went to school with some of those guys.
Okay.
And that whole genre of music for me is just what I grew up with.
But
So
he just started antimatter with the bass player. or-
yeah, he started with the bass player
Yeah.
Duncan Patterson. So, and in the Lakei he was talking, yeah, like I went to school with Danny, and yeah, that was so strange. Like, how do our paths cross like this? So that was fun. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, very, very nice to hear that. Well, in that way, you can help each other with that. Okay, so the new album you're working on, it's going to be released in.
January.
Okay, so I have to wait a little while.
Yep.
Okay.
It's worth it.
Okay, and it's your third release.
third proper.
Outside of some like remix and B-side stuff, that's the third album-like thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the third real album, and then we done some remixes and yeah.
Crazy
So,
shit.
Yep.
Okay, well, something to look forward to then. Well, I gotta say, if what I heard, I really enjoyed tonight, so I can't wait to hear the album versions of it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, well, I would like to thank you for inviting me here. I feel
Welcome.
very privileged to be the only in the audience, in the live audience. And thank you for the time to have a chat.
Right.
Thank you very much.
always be there.